Леша, а музыку-то ведь он тоже не шерит.
А музыку он шерил, хорошо работала.
Да.
Проверили.
Мгм.
Я надеюсь, он зашерит заново. Я не знаю все равно, как ему сказать. Позвонит только.
Ну, я написала прям.
Мгм. Но она на тренинге, говорит, занята.
Понятно так. Леша, а что, запись куда идет? В облако?
В облако запишем, как и апдейт.
Ага.
Сразу.
Ну ладно. А можно начать, когда карта начнет? Давай я запишу. Просто
Да,
чтобы аудио не резать потом.
хорошо. Давай нажмем паузу. Для перевода найдите, если вы с компьютера глобус, и нажмите на глобус, и там выберите русский, пока он не начался перевод.
Okay,
И в телефоне 3 кнопки.
so I guess most of people have joined right now, and latest will join while we are starting. So let's open the space together. To begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo Om Namo Gurudev Namo Om Namo Gurudev Namo Adgure Name Sugadgure Name Sadgure Name Sri Gurudev Name Adgure Name Sugadgure Name Satgure Name Sri Gurudev Name Adgure Name Sugadgure Name Satgure Name Sri Gurudev Name. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining this Time Is Now. I just today had this flashback on the day when I started Time Is Now. It was called Carta Time. so much has changed since the beginning. And it's really honoring the power of speech. We are, through our words, creating our reality. And I guess in the world we are today, when the origin of the speech is not in the Buddhi mind, in this all encompassing space of the mind, then we are in the discrimination, comparison, analytical, plus minus, and definitely in using the lower mind, the functional mind, we end up with a conclusion that definitely has to take side. There is no truth that is relative. There is no truth that sounds absolute, but is rooted in duality. And duality is an illusion. So, and that's a root cause of the massive confusion we are in with actually the development of the media and the possibility to connect on so many diagonal, everyone connect to everyone by groups of influence. And so, and the words are spreading through filters. And according to the filters, you're part of a logic or the opposite of that logic. And the most significant sign of confusion is when even the most performant scientists with a high level of, I would say, honesty in their research, putting in the front the pros and cons, even this might not be acceptable today. So it's the end of this way of thinking. And of course, the structure and the all institutions are now cracking. We can see what we were talking 6 months ago is like totally happening. So last month, I was talking about the symbol or the image of the month to come, September, was the fire under the water, which is a boiling cauldron. And now the next months, and I think until the end of the year, it's coming into the fall. So it's like overboiling, but the image is, I remember when I was traveling in America and I visited this area of the Niagara Falls, and then you can have a tour on helicopter and they take you just over it. And I did that trip and it was just an amazing feeling to see this massive water that is pushed and constantly renewed and has no chance to stop and reach the edge of this cliff and wow, fall massively. I don't know how many meters, I don't remember, but the thing is, when it falls down, it's absorbed by the whole pond, that this reservoir there, and very quickly, after few bouillons, come into peace and continue the journey peacefully, like it was before the fall. So I think for me, that's a very speaking image for October, November, where we're going is a waterfall. We are on the edge of falling, and it's intense turbulence. Yeah, if you anticipate that you can't stop and it's going there, you don't know really where, because the cliff, you don't see the other side. So it's an intense turbulence, and we can see that we are getting out of control. We cannot control the flow. We cannot continue in that, like keep going in continuities, like we all feel this. It cannot continue, and any try to make it works kind of failing or having totally controversial for everything. Everything you can do today is rising a massive reaction. So this sense of drowning and going beyond the edge It's like facing a major obstacle. You know, sometimes before jumping, the water, like in the mountain, come into this very, very narrow passage between rocks and then phew, free itself. So I think there is this necessary jump happening, and things are accelerating. So why not in October? You know, I think we are there. And what is it when you reach an extreme situation where you face sort of nonsense, impossibilities, no reason, no explanation, no answer, only questions? You look back in the past and you wonder, what's the cause that brought us here? Which is kind of sane. Huh? If we are here today, I'm not talking just France, I'm talking the whole planet. If we are on this age today, it's definitely a consequence of what we did 10 or 20 years ago, and what we did decide, and from which perspective we have decided or not decided, things that now accumulate and bring us to this narrow place where a jump is unavoidable. So I think there are people who, in a desperate situation where nothing works, like trying to find explanation, root in the past. So the problem of the past is that it does not exist any longer, but as the present has no meaning and the future cannot be anticipated, then people are looking backwards and pull back old unfinished business of karmic situation that are not totally aligned. And therefore, they bring the past in the present to justify the mess of today. Yeah. So, of course, is a desperate illusion, because that's certainly not this way we will understand the present. It's a consequence, but today is today, and today has to be seen as a day of opportunity, not a day of a dead conclusion. Or searching for mistake in the past and being, I would say, nasty about it is somehow becoming the enemy of the present, and actually not opening any window toward what could be a future that makes sense. So by putting the guilt, and this is like a egomaniac attitude facing a fearful situation or general anxiety or sort of a depression, we want to prove that this is not functioning, that people are dysfunctional, and they are dysfunctional due to their past. Yeah? So this is a sort of recurrent things that popping up today, and we're searching to put the guilt on somebody. Somebody is at fault, somebody is wrong, somebody is not helping to solve the mess of today. So a long period of time, we didn't take any decision based on wisdom or on intuition. As we know, we already were trying to navigate almost on day by day, trying to bring the best immediate solution to a rising problem. And we know that we are living in long cycle, and we cannot drive like nations with such a short view. But that's the way we have been educated and trained through our learning process, that our study pushed us to be logic in the now and trying to avoid unexpected things. And more we do that somehow, it's rooted in a fear and a over trusting a mind that is robotic. So we are in this crossroad now that we have been so clever that we can create an artificial intelligence that is more clever than us, which is a scary thing, you know. And that shows that certainly not through this we can trust to solve our human problem. So there is a sense of being lost, having lost references, and most of all that we are rising a level of stress. And it's like this water coming to the edge, and the pressure is unconscious and it is collective, but there is a fear, and there is, because of no perspective, a level of collective stress that arises. So what does it do? Of course, yoga is super good, and that's why we were practicing yoga since so many years, anticipating that the level of stress will rise. Now we are completely into it. And it's almost a must to practice pranayama and meditation. These two combined will totally bring you into a space of inner peace. So it's extremely important to maintain this inner peace and not giving anxiety because of a meaningless world. We are many being entangled in this, what they call inhibition of action. That's when you are caught in something, when the fear is on you, and then you have no solution, then you lose your capacity to be creative. This frontal lobe is sort of inhibited and not activated, and therefore we are not able to use it. So we live in the past. That's what I was saying. Yeah? The reptilian comes up, the old memories comes up, because we cannot function in a progression, in a perspective, or in a proactive and not reactive attitude. So inhibition of action is a feeling deeply powerless. We reach the bottom of the well. More we sink, less there is solution. And when we're in the bottom, there is definitely no outcome. There is no answer. Anything we could expect to happen as a possibility are completely zero. So the good news about it is when we reach the bottom of the well, there is only one way up. So I think in sinking and dropping in this waterfall movement, we'll reach a point where obviously a new order, a new peace, a new reality will show up. But in between, it's a time of total insecurity, and where we are deprived from our capacity to create something proactive, positive. So we denigrate, we attack each other. Everyone become an enemy of everyone. We are looking for causes of this not well-being or this discomfort. So instead of when feel attack or feel pointing out, the attitude from this yoga is really surrender, because to create more tension is pulling from both sides of the elastic. If you completely drop the elastic and absorb and dissolve any sort of anger, projection, lie, illusion, slender, whatever it is, just let it come through you and out of your skin. This is pratyahara. It's a quite advanced practice of meditation, but just observe that that's not real. It's a trying, a sort of energy intending to involve you in something that is not real. Yeah. So it's a whole attitude to digest and transform, dissolve, let go, and not take it in your subconscious. So surrender is an attitude, is not giving up, not at all. It is to stay totally aware, to stay with what is there and not be in resonance, you know, be totally transparent. So let things be as they need to be. And if you end up on the weak side of the story, that you will be supported. You understand? It is not anymore a time to prove righteousness or truth that is relative. Then you will lose yourself completely. You lose your credit, you lose your integrity because you let yourself go into this kind of corruption. So you don't play the game of that corruption, the invitation to be part of the game of the global corruption. So you just don't give in and just let it come and dissolve. So that's what I mean by surrendering. And if you are in the middle of that, that is a natural process of karma rebound where it's ending. So it's actually rather a good sign that all stuff that is hanging, the casserole that are holding on you are now coming to a dissolution. So it's really the ending phase of all these hundreds of years, 200 years that are coming to an end. And of course, for a new beginning, because there is no way to pull in the new what we carry from the back. Yeah, so there is a way to pay for the chaos, as even we inherited from our ancestors in direct line. We are the one today in front, and the one who live today just came for that. We have the courage, the character, and the capacity to absorb this old consequences of the past in the now and just let it dissolve. So this is how I see how we create this reality today, and it's a joining collective unconscious resolution. So all this unconscious comes to resolution. So this insecurity, this instability, and this illusion, this confrontation can destabilize deeply and bring us in a loss of trust. I mean, all signs around us, if you ever live in sort of a security, leaning on a security based on other people, on institution, on the leadership body, today it's crumbling down. So that's, we already talked many times, this inversion of the pyramidal institution of the world is in its way to be discredited. So the first step is that those who put the trust, the confidence into the structure of our human species and our civilization, this trust is disappearing. We can't find a referent. No people are able to radiate and maintain a status that can inspire you trust. Everywhere you look is a distrust. Democracy is corrupt, organization, institution, human beings, leaders is all corrupt, left and right, up and down. So where can we find any sense of reference? because we can't live loose, like loose radical, lost in the space. Of course, that's the Aquarian age, is the air of elements, but we still need the reference even in the space. And the reference, what is it? Is me within me. We were saying September was a good time to meditate. I hope you did practice meditation and introversion and looking into yourself, because in the midst of this inner self, you will find a total original purity and original innocence. The me within me is a sort of a divine neutrality. There is an inner space that is always there as a resource, as an oasis of peace within you. There is, doesn't matter which mess you are in, which crisis you're going through, which losses you have been put through, inside you find something that is consistent, and something that is so strong and secure that it gives you the confidence to still open yourself to others and not just be introverted for yourself and become like autistic and closing it, but rather the opposite. More you take the time to meditate, calm down, dissolve the stress, free yourself from any of this intrusion that come from outside as a threat of the outside world, you find that space of equanimity, of total peace. And it's not something we are selling. It's really, I invite you to try to practice. Today is not really the luxury of cool people to practice yoga and meditation. It's very vital, like you brush your teeth and you have 2 meals a day, you have to meditate, and this will save you a lot of compulsion. And again, beyond norma, what is you are supposed to be and think, based on our culture and history. If you think you are off and you can't trust anything and you cannot rely on anything like this, inside you, that place is the place of love. First is a self-love. Honor your true self. It's not like loving your ego and your personality. Is loving the self, that you are you with no limits. And you can find and meet with that identity, which is the only true identity you have. All others are projection. They will never fulfill you, never bring you to any sense of happiness, only sporadic, only conditional. But the you within you, the me within me, that connection is immediately bringing you into a sense of inner joy, love, and tolerance, like compassion. You understand why people are mistaken things, why people are entangled in illusion and want to fight to make the illusion real. You understand because you encompass. Compassion is encompass anything you meet. It doesn't shake you, it doesn't crack you, it just go through and disappear. And then you can include the reality of others that are diagonal opposite. You can understand. It doesn't mean you have to believe it or you have to be for it, but you can understand. You can welcome that somebody can be in a complete different logic, and it's okay. So all that comes to be destroyed, to be crumbling down and has to be transformed, and it's just the image of the fall. Like the leaves of the tree are falling, and this creating this incredible potential of manure and compost that's going to nourish the tree later. and year after year, they come and transform. So here is a big cycle. This is what's falling apart is like will nourish the new start. So I think that's how we can understand, or at least for myself, I understand this time. So how can we go through this time? As I was saying, that to come introverted, to come into meditation, it doesn't mean separation, opposite. Our way of living today is definitely not anymore as a community or as a tribe, or we are living in sector, all separate. Even among the same profession, we are separate. We are even in the same family, we are far away from everyone. All that diaspora and that separation between everyone is the ground that facilitates the confusion. So one way is to connect with people of like frequencies that just and start singing. Yes, what we do in our practice, what we call sadhana in the morning, there is this part of it's not a meditation, we call it Nam Simran. It's that remember who we are when we together sing a special formula like mantras. It's not only to be done in the morning, which is a very good way to start the day, but you can do it also in the evening. You can invite people, have a nice tea party and singing. Songs are the soul of the people. When we can reconnect through collective songs, something happens that is bigger than you. It exalts different part of yourself. It brings all your neurosis, obsession to zero, and it exalts your heart and your spirit. So it makes you see the world completely different. Just try. If you sing for 20 minutes with friends, how it can change your spirit on the spot. So it's the shorter way to express your soul. Of course, when it's more elaborated, you can go into this Shabbat singing or any specifics music that is elevating and transforming negative energy into devotion, exaltation, positive emotion. Actually take the same energy to be depressed than to be exalted. It's just to reverse the polarity. And how we do this is when we share. So I think it sounds very ancient. You know, the ancient, they were all used to meet and sing. It's a very old tradition, human beings meeting and singing together. So, and the other way is to dance. This is, the dance is moving the body in harmonious movement, complementary. You have solar dance where you used to celebrate, you know, in the old time, they were celebrating the harvest, like in the fall now, all these fruits that you can collect and what the earth has given, and people will come, join, and have this circular dancing, like the form of the sun, symbolically. Joining hands, going in circle, and start dancing. It was, so now we call it folkloric because it's really a folklore. Nobody have a soul in this dance. It's more like, it could be like a dream backwards of the old time, but I'm talking about not folklore, I'm talking dance now, the dance of the now. And it could be the old steps, but with the people of now and the spirit of now to celebrate the beauty of life. This is the choreography of a collective dance is absolutely an expression of synchronicity and beauty, exactly like the universe is expressing galaxies and solar systems in absolute harmony and synchronicity. So dancing is like copying the movement of the universe and realign your frequency. So I'm not talking, of course, like this metal music and only based on like bass sounds and hallucinating vibration that can somehow, like a drugs, put you off. Just the opposite. A dance where you're going to be alert, you're going to be awakened, and you're going to be sharing the space together. So I think the solution of isolation and this sort of autistic society where we all never speak of who we are truly, but only what we have or what we want to do. So we're never sharing the being yourself and being together. So I think share the joy. That's fundamental, and not about anything outside, not about object, not about money, not about success. The spontaneous joy to hold hands together, to be in presence together, to share a song together and share a dance. That's my suggestion. I remember in very, very early time, after I had this fantastic experience of awakening through this tantric practice with Yogi Bhajan, I have been in touch with a network of incredible people all around the planet. And one of this group was the people of Findhorn. Yeah, Findhorn is in north of Scotland. And there was an amazing community of people who have recalled and were initiated the new human, sort of a new tradition. And they were having this circular dance where I learned this there. And it was like a transvision of the time to come where we will need to dance again. So I think it was anticipating, it was 40 years ago, and I think time is now. Time is now. So I invite you to find ways to gather and to celebrate life, to balance this temptation for the hallucination collective, the illusory, and the reaction or the inhibition of action and fall into depression. There is many other options, because more than ever, all is possible now if you can re-stimulate your capacity to create. And this is create from nothing. It is create new. It's not create based on what we already know. We need to initiate a conscious way of living. And we need to speak and act to manifest a world of value, a world that is human, and find this path through this entanglement where we got lost. So that's, for me, October will be a test to go through this shocking time, these tremendous impossibilities and stress and anticipation of not knowing where and what's going to happen, and trust through this jump that I have the capacity to create. I'm not lost and I'm not alone. So these are fundamentals. So I want to go now to the practice. So as the time accelerates and the pressure is constant, since last year we've tried to give again weekly classes, and I think I mentioned it in the Kundalini update that we are from Le Martinet teaching online classes on a weekly basis. So those who are interested, you can join. You will see this on the on the website, and there is a trial period of 2 weeks for €1. So if you are not convinced, you can just make a try. And at the end of the year, we anticipate, because now we're entering the equinox and the next season will end up at Christmas time and the winter solstice. So we will celebrate from 26 December to the 6th January, the traditional 12 sacred nights. And we started also last year to have it online, and we're going to do this both. People will go through the process in Le Martinet, where we are practically sharing this time, but we also open to people online who can join us at several times of the day, where we can follow this amazing time of anticipation and preparation for the year to come. So for tonight and for this month, this called the first practice is called Guru Pranayama meditation. Why Guru Pranayama meditation is a special rhythm of breath based on Waheguru, and the effect is to leave nothing incomplete from the past, so you can stand on the rock solid foundation and radiate the true nature, that joy I was talking before. How can you radiate that frequency of bliss? So that's the mantra of bliss, Waheguru. So the way we go is Wa, it's inhalation. You do it mentally. Inhale 2 seconds. Hold the breath 2 seconds. Hey, Guru 4 seconds. So it's 2 times lungs. So 2 seconds inhale, 2 seconds hold, and 4 seconds exhale. So it is a small breath. So it looks like suffocating at the beginning, because it's not like full inhale, full holding, full exhale. It's a very small inhale in 2 seconds. It's very quick. Wa, hey, Guru. And then circle it. So it will create a flow. Yeah. So I have a sort of a rhythm in the back, and I will whisper it for you. I hope the sound will work. It's always this problem of sound with the music. We'll try our best. I will maybe create this rhythm. So you remember, Wa is 2 seconds. 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2. Guru 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wa, hey. So Wa inhale, hey, hold the breath in. Guru exhale. Wa, hey, Guru. Wa, hey, Guru. Wa, hey, Guru. Wa, hey, Guru. Okay, now the posture. We have a posture for that. The posture is you lock your ego 0. You bring it to the foundation of the pinky, just on this mountain here, and you lock the hands around. It's gonna make a tension around the thumb, and your right arm, you put it under the left armpit. Then with the left hand, do the same. Lock the thumbs in the fist, and you go over. So you put the left hand under the right armpit, and the right arm over the left and under the left armpit. So you are locking under your armpit the 2 fists that are completely locked in here. Yeah. Now you drop your head down with the Jalandhar, but it's not the normal Jalandhar. It's just locking the chin in with the head down. Your head down, and the eyes look down to the chin, down. Yeah, like this. And in this totally inverted posture, you go with a mentally inhale, wa, hold, he, guru, exhale, all through the nose. Yeah. Is it clear for everybody? I guess it is now. So here we go. Lock your thumbs in, right arm, left arm, right armpit, right arm over and under the left armpit. Drop your head and here we go. Wa, he, guru. 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 Exhale. 4. Wa, he, guru. 4. Wa, he, guru. 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 Inhale. Hold the breath. And slowly, slowly exhale. So I don't know what happened technically, but it seems like some people had no sound. I try my best. I share the sound several times, cut it, bring it back. Hope you could make it, but you had this rhythm, hopefully, 2, inhale, 2, holding the breath, and 4, exhaling. Yes? Then you can do it yourself with just a little inhale, holding, exhaling. Yeah? And you go with the mantra Waheguru. So the second, we keep up with Waheguru. You don't need to chant, you just need to breathe. It's a short breath, inhale 2, hold 2, exhale 4. So it's not chanting, it's through the breath, you adjust the mantra with the breath. Inhale Wa, hold He, exhale Guru. It's a anahat. You hear the mantra, but you don't sing it. Yeah. And the second, this one you will say it, so it may be more easy. We're gonna be in Surya Mudra. You lock is very active, so you lock the nail of your ring finger from both hands, like this. Yeah. And you open the chest. You know this point in between your shoulder blade, which is the 8th dorsal that control the 3 nervous system. You want to be open, completely open, and let go. So this is the idea of surrendering. Surrender to the divine will, surrender to what needs to happen, and if there is a fall, we will go with the flow. Yeah, it's a jump, it's okay, let's all go for it. But we're gonna generate the flow from the navel, which is where you know yourself, that you know you cannot be destabilized, doesn't matter how you fly. So, Waheguru. So this is gonna be a small inhale through the mouth, and then you go Wa, you bring the navel in. Hey, it's the bring the navel in and up and the diaphragm up. and E Guru are together with, so it's a Mahabandha in the flow. Wa, it's Mula Bandha, somehow you lock, Wa E Guru, Wa E Guru, Wa E Guru. So is through the exhale, you repeat this mantra powerfully, starting on the navel. Wa, you squeeze, Mula Bandha. E, you bring it up in the diaphragm. Uddiyana Bandha, slightly, is not full. And Guru, you Jalandhar, the chin is in, and you release everything and start again. A small inhale. Wa, E, Guru. 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 And the E Guru is more linked. It's not cut in three. It's Wa, He, Guru. 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 Do you understand the Mahabandha in dynamic, in the flow, like an inner massage from the navel with the Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, Jalandhar, and release. Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. So when you are on the He is powerful, bringing the diaphragm up and inside. The chest is coming out, so naturally the diaphragm comes in, and your chin is locked almost naturally. So it goes like Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. And this is loud. You said it out loud. I hope it's clear for everyone. Yes? Yes? So we go, Surya Mudra. Open the chest. Keep your hands to the level of your head on the side and the elbows back, the shoulder back, open, totally trusting, totally open, and totally surrendering. So the divine will solve all problems for you. You trust, you know. And the Waheguru, 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 it's your inner massage. Yeah, activate the energy on this vertical axis, bring the energy all the way up and release, all the way up and release again and again. Yeah? I will put soft music in the back that bring you into ecstasy. This is really bringing bliss into your spirit. Connect to the center of trust and opening. Here we go. Wa E Guru, 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 Wa E Guru. Keep going. Very soon you will sweat, you create heat. It will create a lot of heat. Go for it. Small inhaling through the mouth and then Waheguru. Pull the Mahabandha in the flow. Keep your eyes closed, focus on Ajna. You connect the navel and Ajna together. together. Go for it. For the last practice, inhale deeply. Fully exhale and hold the posture and apply Mahabandha. Squeeze Mula Bandha, put the diaphragm inside up and lock your chin in. Keep the hair out and hold it. Distress yourself, eliminate any limitation, eliminate any toxins, and inhale and relax. Relax the fingers, move your hands. So these three meditation pranayama, you can do them 11 minutes each or 7 minutes each. It's good to make them in a sequence. So the last one, the palms are facing up, but arms open on the side, horizontal. So now we are totally open, vulnerable. We are in touch with our true self, nothing to pollute your spirit and your mind. You open to connect with your soul. So this is happening through pituitary. So I will give you access to that inner cave. It's inside your skull. You need to imagine the three axes, the horizontal that is passing through your head exactly above the ears lobe, ear, yeah? Horizontal is piercing your head this way. Frontal is from the forehead point in the eyebrow and piercing through. And the other one is from the sahasrara all the way down through. And then you have these three axes, time, space, and consciousness. So you are beyond time. And at the bindu, just around this, imagine a sort of a ball of light. Huh? And we're going to focus on that. And this ball of light, some people can see a diamond. It can be a sphere. And it irradiates the light that purify, clean, and heal the whole body, especially the dark places in your emotional body, in this astral body, or also in the etheric body, in the physical body. It cleans your emotion, it cleans your bones, it cleans your blood, it cleans all the organs. So whatever goes your attention, bring this light to every single cell. So we're gonna, it's gonna be a kumbhaka full. That means you inhale quickly, you exhale a tiny bit, you lock Jalandhar, and you stay the chest out with full capacity of your lungs and hold as long as you can. It will be with this mantra for the entering the Aquarian age, Kal Akal, Siri Akal. So this is about touching your essence, this little 21 grams that is in this cave inside your head, probably around the pineal glands and the hypothalamus. So you visit this cave there, and it will be full of light, and that's your essence. This is like the energy of your soul that is radiant, powerful, and bringing from the cosmos down into all your body healing. It's going to be a time where we need to boost our immune system, pay attention to what you eat, and do exercise and strengthen your health. Yeah? So this will bring this total renewal of yourself. Palms are facing up, arms on the side, horizontal. Yeah? On the side. Chest out like in the one before, just the arm horizontal. You close your eyes and you totally focus on the inner cave of the third eye. It's the third eye consciousness, it's the field of that consciousness. Here we go. So I will put this music in the back. So you remember, inhale, hold the breath as long as you can. When it is not possible, you inhale a bit, you fully exhale and inhale quickly. So the exhale and inhale is quick. What we want is spend our time holding the breath the longest possible. Okay? So you repeat. Every time you reach the limit, exhale, inhale quickly, and then hold again. And you let the mantra process through your body. Hold the breath. You can hold 2, 3, 4 mantras. Inhale one more time. Concentrate on the cave of the third eye inside your skull and just radiate this white light to every part, any shadow you can feel somewhere in your body and around you, and as far as you can in all directions. Radiate the pure white light. Radiate this frequency of purity and compassion. Open, no fear, only love. Pure white light all over in all directions. Spread it, send it, reach out. And exhale. Relax your arms, relax your hands. So this will bring you a sense of divine presence, your own divine presence, your own radiance that is like a filter that can decode the environment and impact the environment instead of you being destabilized from the environment. Therefore, you can connect to any person as far as you can think of, all around the planet, and bring healing and love and compassion. So as long as an enemy is an enemy for you, you didn't find the oneness yet. So this is a time to bring this into oneness. So these are very powerful kriya. The three, if you practice them in a row, you will be completely immune to the time we are going through. So I wish you a fantastic October and equinox, and we're going to go for the Brahmkaraj, so it's 40 hours meditation, and we send you all this magic practice field of energy that bring you inspiration, elevation, and we're going to have this full moon. I mean, there's so many happening in October. So we are connected, and let's sing in the morning. Open our hearts. So all my love to all of you. And it seems like we are on our way to visit Russia in November. So this will be an amazing happening as well. So bring peace in our heart, our spirit, all together to this planet. Satnam, everyone. Love you all. Until soon. Keep up. Thank you for the organization, the translators. We are now flying ourselves, and it's a new feeling. So, and very soon there is a team of designer and composer like with Alexei, who are creating a book of all this Time Is Now, which is an amazing realization. I highly recommend it. Very soon it will be available. So you can go back to practice whenever you want. Love you. Bye-bye. Satnam.